We just have to say the name Ryan Gosling and you must already have an image in mind. Before he was a super famous heartthrob, the actor's rise to fame is that of a little dude who wore silver and purple MC Hammer pants. It also features Britney Spears and young Hercules. We'll get to that in a bit. This is the story of how our favorite Hollywood dreamboat started dancing and two-stepped straight into our hearts. Ryan Thomas Gosling was born on November 12, 1980 in London, Ontario, Canada. His mother Donna was a secretary and his father Thomas Ray worked in a local paper mill. The star has one older sister, Mandy, and the siblings were raised in a strict Mormon household. Thomas Ray's job as a traveling salesman meant the family moved around frequently.
I traveled a lot, when I was younger, and I even as a kid, we never really had a house. We always lived in apartments, or we were always moving, so.
That was until the parents called it quits and the children began living with their mother. I had a difficult time, Ryan admitted, of his family's nomadic lifestyle. His childhood consisted of many schools and many teachers. I hated being a kid, he once confessed. As a child, the actor had issues with authority and didn't like being told what to do. In his youth, Gosling also struggled greatly with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, commonly known as ADHD. I couldn't absorb any of the information, so I caused trouble, he remembered of his schooling days. The Notebook star was a very theatrical and whimsical kid. He enjoyed dancing and singing from a young age. This made him a prime target for school bullies. With her son frequently bullied and struggling with reading and writing, Ryan's mother enrolled him in a special education class. By 10 years old, Donna had taken him out of the education system completely in favor of homeschooling. I was a lonely child. I didn't do well at school, and TV was my only friend, the 42-year-old confessed. Then, one day, he saw Raquel Welch on The Muppet Show. She was dancing with a big furry spider, and a young Gosling immediately fell in love. She was the first crush I ever had, and I thought, how do I get to meet this woman? And then I thought, well, she's on TV, so to meet her, I have to get on TV myself, he explained. So began Ryan Gosling's career in entertainment. By 12, he was working his way up to his goal. The future heartthrob became part of a dance group. As the only boy in an all-girl dance group, Ryan was hard to miss. The dance crew appeared on a Canadian version of Star Search, where the rising star became mortal enemies with a pair of twins he was competing against. It's a cutthroat business. I had to get out, he joked. The competition fueled his need to win, which explains why Gosling was so passionately committed to the campy choreography. As for the outfit, well, I wish someone had said, here, you have to wear this, but that was my idea, the actor admitted. I had a vision for this number. It's purple and silver hammer pants, he added. After finding out about these dance numbers, it became obvious that the young Canadian was destined for stardom. Also, at the age of 12, Ryan attended an open casting call in Montreal for the all-new Mickey Mouse Club.
In that group, tell me about that. When did that happen? How did it happen?
I have no idea how that happened. They regretted it pretty quickly after they hired me.
After being cast in the TV show, the former child actor moved to Florida. He performed from 1993 to 1994 alongside fellow Mouseketeers Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Justin Timberlake. I remember when we first got to the show, they sort of had all the kids perform for one another.
I remember it was Christina Aguilera and then Britney performed, and I remember thinking, oh, okay, so they're like freakishly talented.
The actor said that while he was used to working with talented people, the kids at this audition were on another level. As for Gosling's own demonstration of his skills, I think I was just like, I'm Canadian, and they were like, good, he joked. While appearing on the Disney show, Gosling and Timberlake became particularly close friends. His mom had to return home for work reasons, so the Canadian actor ended up living with his friend and co-star during the second year of the show.
So we were probably a little closer than the rest of the kids that were on the show, just because we had to share a bathroom.
After he left the Mickey Mouse Club, the rising star returned home to Canada and attended Lester B. Pearson High School in Burlington, Ontario. Back home, the child actor was once again living with his mom and sister. During this time, he appeared in Canadian television programs such as Are You Afraid of the Dark and The Adventures of Shirley Holmes. Then, the young talent dropped out of school and scored a recurring role in the cult hit Breaker High. He also landed the lead in the series Young Hercules. His success in television gave Ryan the motivation to pursue a career in film. By 19, he made his career transition, and it proved difficult to navigate. It's very hard coming from kids' television to break the stigma. All you have is a VHS tape of you humping stuff on the Mickey Mouse Club and wearing fake tanner and fighting imaginary sphinxes, Gosling once told the New York Times. The young actor struggled to find gigs, and his agents subsequently dropped him. The tables turned when Ryan made his feature film debut with a small role in Remember the Titans. From then on, the rising star began establishing himself as a serious actor. His role in The Believer brought him recognition as a hot emerging talent. Rolling Stone magazine called Ryan's work in the film a great dare-anything performance that will be talked of for ages. His career continued to go up as Gosling kept impressing movie critics with his performances. By the early 2000s, the boy from Ontario who wanted to be on TV so he could meet a celebrity crush had started making a name for himself in the moviedom. In 2004, young Hercules broke through as a Hollywood leading man with his performance opposite fellow Canadian Rachel McAdams in The Notebook. The film and his character Noah made Ryan a household name and brought him many adoring fans. However, he avoided typecasting as a heartthrob by taking darker roles in more challenging films. By the end of the 2000s, the actor had featured in the psychological thriller Stay and was a hotshot attorney in the crime drama Fracture. Gosling also showed his versatility and skillful range in Lars and the Real Girl, after which he participated in several dark dramas. The New York Times branded him an actor who was able to cultivate a definite type. As per the publication, Ryan created a whole gallery of sensitive, intelligent, anguished young men, often with hipster tendencies or darker sides, in films that ranged from the blockbuster weepy to underdog indies. Despite his stardom and success, Gosling expressed discomfort with the demands of big-budget filmmaking. The former child star began declining offers for major projects and took a hiatus from acting to focus on his rock duo. Dead Man's Bones was founded by Ryan and his friend Zach Shields in Los Angeles. The 42-year-old plays the piano, guitar, and bass. The band released its self-titled debut album in 2009. It was a Halloween concept album recorded with a children's choir. The album was met with largely positive reviews. Rolling Stone described it as Arcade Fire, Tom Waits, and the cast of Sesame Street performing a Kurt musical. In the year of their album release, Dead Man's Bones played a 13-city North American tour, performing with a different children's choir in each city. Despite his short absence from the big screen, Gosling's star power continued to grow within pop culture. His quiet, smoldering charisma inspired the popular Hey Girl meme. It was started by a fan in 2008 on Tumblr and became a viral hit. The meme eventually generated merchandise, a video response featuring Gosling and Russell Crowe, and spin-off memes such as feminist Ryan Gosling and Ryan Gosling won't eat his cereal. When he returned to the silver screen the following year, Ryan demonstrated once again that he has range as an actor. The Beyond the Pines star earned Golden Globe nominations by starring in box office hits. Who could forget the ensemble romantic comedy Crazy Stupid Love, or the comedic wit of Stephen Myers in The Ides of March? However, by early 2013, Gosling once again took a break from acting. "I've lost perspective on what I'm doing," he said, adding, "I think it's good for me to take a break and reassess why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it." After he announced his hiatus, Ryan decided to take a seat in the director's chair. He made his directorial debut in 2015 with Lost River, a dark fantasy film that he also wrote. The film premiered in the Un Certain Regard competition at the 2014 Cannes Film Festival and was met with generally negative reviews. Critics called it style over substance, ridiculous, and derivative. Some appreciated Gosling's poetic sensibility and his ability to draw strong performances from his actors, including Christina Hendricks and his wife, Eva Mendes. Then Ryan rebounded with a scene-stealing performance as a charismatic sleazeball in the Oscar-nominated drama comedy The Big Short. The star's biggest hit to date was in 2016 when he reunited with Emma Stone for the Los Angeles set musical La La Land. It features the most soulful and charming performance of his career. To prepare for his role as a struggling jazz pianist, Gosling practiced piano 3 hours a day for 3 months while also training in dance and singing. Looks like those dance competitions eventually paid off. Ryan continues to play diverse roles, such as his role as Ken in the highly anticipated live-action Barbie movie. He's a guy that likes to try new things, alright? As of 2017, the star has also been producing films. At the time, Variety Media's website reported that he was co-producing The Underwater Welder. There hasn't been news about the film yet, but it's not the only film that has his name listed as a producer. From singing to dancing, acting, directing, and most recently being a producer, is there anything Ryan Gosling can't do? As the star continues to amp up his creative expression, it's apparent that his skill set is ever evolving. The little boy from Ontario achieved his goal and then some. We wonder if he's met Raquel Welch yet. Be well and be kind.